This highly unusual and controversial earnings call for Tesla is the talk of Wall Street. So you can see the stock sinking the minute CEO Elon Musk started insulting analysts and even insulting his own guests. So what we did was we pulled out some of the most controversial moments during the call. Listen and judge for yourself.
Every data point, Rod, that we look at internally suggests that we are best in class, but we don't.
Best is not a class.
Yes, we're the best. Sorry.
Best in a class of one.
And so where specifically will you be in terms of
your
capital requirement?
Next. Boring bonehead questions are not cool. Next. I mean, I think that if people are concerned about volatility, they should definitely not buy our stock. I am not here to convince you to buy our stock. Do not buy it if volatility is scary.
What percentage have actually taken the step to configure?
We're going to go to YouTube. Sorry. These questions are so dry. They're killing me.
Thank you. Our next question is from Gali Russell with Hyperchange.
Here with us right now, Gali Russell. He goes by Gali. He's a Tesla retail investor who crowdfunded his way onto the Tesla call, usually reserved exclusively for analysts and institutional investors. All right, you're the host of your own YouTube channel, correct? It's called Hyperchange TV. First, how did this come about that you then not only got to ask one question, you were on for 20 minutes asking questions of Elon?
Yeah, so the reviews of the Tesla conference calls are usually one of the most popular videos on my channel, and my subscribers actually suggested that I try and get on the call and wanted to vouch for me. So I started a campaign to do that, and over 200 shareholders emailed Tesla trying to get me on the conference call as sort of a voice for the retail investor. And, I tweeted it at Elon, and surprisingly, he went for it and wanted to have me on the call, so we made it happen.
You probably thought you were going to get one question, right?
I did think I was going to get one question, but I assumed I would be going towards the end of the call, so I prepared significantly, 10 to 12 questions, and, I got a ton of information from the Hyperchange community and my fellow Tesla bloggers, and so, I was ready to go, and then when Elon kind of gave me the floor to ask more than one question, I kind of ran with it.
Well, you were on the call with the big boys, the so-called heavy hitters, the Barclays, Deutsche analysts. I believe Piper Jaffray was on there, Sanford C. Bernstein, Goldman Sachs, Morgan Stanley. And suddenly he cedes the floor to you. And we've worked with Elon for years. I mean, I think I was the first journalist on television to interview him 100 years ago about SpaceX. But maybe he was feeling attacked and thought, oh, I'm going to get some softballs from you. I would like to say that you started asking him about that very floor that Elon and I are on right now, where they make all of the Teslas in Fremont. And you brought up the Model Y, which is supposedly the new upcoming car. You asked, will it be made in Fremont? That makes news, whatever his answer is, correct?
Yeah, there was a Reuters report that indicated production would be starting in late 2019 at the Fremont factory, which is in direct contradiction to what they had said in the previous earnings call. So I just wanted to clarify that with that one point.
And another analyst pushed him and he said, no, it's not. It's going to be wrong. It's going to be probably 2020, not 2019, right?
Yeah, exactly.
What do you think of Elon Musk now? He was rather harsh on some of the analysts. Do you feel that he gets a pass because he is such a disruptor? And, let's keep in mind, Gali, $750 million in losses this quarter.
Yeah, I mean, I think he has long-term retail investors in mind, and it's just been quarter after quarter that analysts ask these questions that are super granular. For instance, the analyst he cut off was asking something that had pretty much been referenced almost exactly in the shareholder letter that had been put out. So they're not adding value to the long-term story, and I think that's why there was a ton of pent-up enthusiasm to get someone on the call who didn't have those incentives to ask the questions, to get the next capital raise, fees as a banker.
How many shares do you own?
54.
54. At what lowest point did you buy?
Almost all those I bought at about $200 per share.
Okay, so you're up $84 per share. And finally, your YouTube channel. How many people do you have following you?
Just a little over 10,000 after all this news has hit.
Before the conference call, how many did you have?
About 8,000.
Okay, so suddenly you're are you going to continue with the backward baseball hat? I like it.
Definitely. I try and be authentic. And, I think that's something that's really missing from this whole situation is that, people see these analysts in suits, super corporate, they're not representing the true shareholder. And that's why I started my channel, because I want to inspire millennials to take an interest in finance. And by making it fun, authentic, just showing who I am, I think that I can really do that.
Okay, Tesla, buy, sell, or hold?
I'm holding for the next 10 years, super long term.
Good to see you. Come back when you get on your next call. Are you picking a stock to try and muscle your way onto the next conference call?
I only own Tesla for now, so okay. I don't think so.
Yeah, okay, you need to broaden your portfolio. Make it a little more balanced. Gali Russell, good luck to you. Come back again.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Okay, he's a disruptor himself. What moxie?